What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Too Busy, Too Busy, Too Busy Tuesday. Hey,
Hey,
too busy, too busy, too busy Tuesday.
hey,
Hey, yes, come on.
what
Welcome. I'm so
up?
excited to have y'all here joining me tonight. As you can see, I've got a special guest. Yay. And before we get to my special guest, let me give y'all my disclaimers that I usually give. So, one, just because we're too busy does not mean you also have to be too busy. So, the beautiful thing about all of this is that as we're sharing and we're discussing things that we've seen or learned, you get to decide, you know what, Raffinée, Erika, I'm also too busy for that. Or, you know what, I do have a little time or energy for that. Now, if you're brand new here and you're like, I ain't never even been to Too Busy, what is this? Welcome. Too Busy is the series where I share and my guests come and share things that they no longer have time or energy for. So my shirt here says Too Busy. And so that's the response. When you don't have time or energy for stuff, to that stuff, you just say too busy. Like when you don't have time for having unhealthy boundaries with other people, you say too busy. Like we having boundaries in this piece. So I'm so excited to jump in tonight with my special guest, y'all. This is Erika Brown. Y'all give it up.
Yo,
Drop
yo.
something in the chat. Say hey. There's some people
Hey,
here saying hey.
hey,
Yes.
y'all, hey.
I love it. Y'all, I've known Erika just a little over a year now.
Yeah,
That's wild to me
that's
that it's
great.
been that long. Erica and I did a speaking cohort together that started last August, in August of 2021. And I just grew to really enjoy really everybody in our cohort. Like y'all are stuck with me. I feel like y'all are family now. And Erica is amazing. Y'all need to know her. We had brunch a couple months ago with some people from our cohort. And I was like, man, what are you doing? You coming on my podcast. Like, we're doing this. So Erica, I'm so glad to have you. Tell the
Thank
people a
you.
little bit about you. Say hey
Uh,
to the folks.
hey, folks. Thanks, Raffinée, for having me on. I'm excited. About me. What
Yes.
is it about? Just a lot, because it be a lot that be Latin.
Okay.
Um, let's see. I'm a police officer. I'm from New Orleans. I'm not in OPD. No. Um,
To be clear.
to be clear. Uh let's see, what else am I? Uh I like to cook. I love comedy.
Yes.
I write children's books.
Yes.
Um
Come on.
mm, and
That's
and and things that I be doing when I be doing things.
yes. I
Mhm.
love it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you write children's books and they're
Yeah.
currently out. Like people
They're
can buy
not.
them?
No, people can't buy them. But see, what had happened was, okay, so this is where I am with the books. So they're
Okay.
currently being illustrated. So I
Oh,
have
that's
two
dope.
books that are finished, and I'm waiting on two more books, and then I'm gonna do a book release. Yeah, I'm gonna do a
We
book release.
ready.
So yeah,
I can't wait. I'm gonna get
that's
some of your children's books for my little. So
that's
I'm
about
already
it.
excited.
Um, about things, just random stuff.
Okay.
Um, I'm married, have two nieces and a nephew.
Yes.
Older brother, older sister. I'm the youngest, and that's about it.
Okay.
You
We
know,
take it.
that's about
That's
it.
awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you. So y'all, I was having a conversation with Erica about coming on Too Busy, and I was like, Erica, what are you too busy for? What do you not have time or energy for? And we had quite a bit of discussion. There were so many things that came out. I was like, I feel like this is five too busies already in what we discussed. But the theme that really came out was Erica said, I'm too busy not to help myself. And I was like, okay, that's a good word. So, can you tell the people a little bit about what you mean when you say you're too busy not to help yourself? Like, give us a high level. We're going to talk some more deep about it, though.
All right. So uh, been, I have not been helping myself. So
Okay.
I tend to put everybody else's needs before my own.
Mm,
Um, and if I didn't, I would feel bad about it. You
Okay.
know, to the point I would go to work if I was sick, wasn't feeling well. I mean, it was that bad. And recent things came about. So maybe about a month ago. I think the last time I did my weekly Wednesday was maybe about a month ago. So
Okay.
I started feeling sick, and my husband had been telling me, "You need to slow down. You need to slow down. You need to slow down." And I said, you know, whatever. And
Yeah.
so I started feeling sick. I started feeling lethargic. I was tired all the time. I would go up a flight of stairs, and I promise you, felt like I was on my 600-pound life.
Wow.
Okay. And so I told my husband, I said, you impregnated me. You've done something. And I thought I was pregnant. So I said, you've done this to me. But it was too soon to take a pregnancy test. So I was just living with these symptoms. I was always tired, always sleepy, had crazy cravings, all kinds of stuff. So finally made an appointment. I had made an appointment, but I couldn't get with my gyno until weeks later. Okay. So I finally got with her, and I had been diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I have cysts on my ovaries. And Jira was like, I told you, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. And so a lot of things cause it: stress, overworking, your diet, things like that. All of the things that I had been neglecting.
Got it.
Taking care of other people. And so I was like, okay, I'm too busy now not to help myself. I have to help myself first. And, people say, you can't pour from an empty cup. All those cliches, stuff like that. But I didn't listen. I mean, who listens? Maybe somebody else listens, but I didn't listen. Okay. I didn't listen. I was like, my cup runneth over. How about that? Okay.
All the time, even when it's empty.
Time. Okay, how about that? How about instead of pouring from an empty cup, my cup running over? Okay. So I just kept pouring. And I really had to take an inventory on what was going on in my life. How could I reduce my stress? What could I be too busy for?
Yeah.
And I had to start helping myself. So that's how I got to this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, part of what came up in our original discussion about this was you feeling like you were not deserving, or like you didn't want to ask for more than what you already had, and how that kind of played into some of this. Can you share a little bit about that, and like what you noticed when you were in that space of feeling like, man, I don't really deserve to kind of ask for more than what I have right now?
I really think that comes from childhood.
Okay.
I was always a servant. I was the person cleaning up after church, serving place. My mama had us in the street serving the homeless, Father God. Just all kinds of stuff. I was always serving. And so being around those conditions, and especially growing up into adulthood and being a police officer and seeing people on the streets and seeing people going through all myriad of issues.
Yeah.
I struggled with asking to be blessed with certain things because I just felt like that was selfish. Being in a space to have a home and have lights and water, the things that people really take for granted.
Yeah.
And I went through Katrina. I was a teenager. I was a senior, junior in high school when that happened.
Okay.
Just going through a lot of different things. My dad was on drugs, and just all kinds of stuff that led up to my mentality being, I am blessed enough. That's what I told myself, that I was blessed enough, and it would be selfish to ask for anything else. And so that led me to feeling like I didn't deserve anything. What if God didn't do nothing else? He done enough. Like that was my You
That's
know,
what they say in church.
that's what they say.
Yeah.
It ain't right. But that's, I mean, it depends on the context. But you know,
Understand. Yeah.
it led to bleeding over into those areas of my life where God is like, no, I want to bless you if you just ask me, or if
Yeah.
you become open to receiving.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
People would try to give me things and I would reject them.
Really?
Yes. I mean, everything. You would think I was crazy. People would try to give me money. I would reject it. People would try to give me material things. I would reject it. I mean, I would reject, be like, I'm good. Give it to somebody on the street who broken down and bowed back and all that, you know. So yeah, it became I had to go through a transformation mentally to get to the point to where I didn't struggle with that.
Got it. How do you think that connects with this idea of like not helping yourself? This like servant heart and posture that you have, which I think most people would say is a good thing. Like, that's great to be a servant and to give to other people. Yet it kind of sounds like it may have been at your own expense, maybe sometimes.
Yes. Everything has to be in balance.
Okay.
And I do have a heart to serve, and I enjoy making other people happy. I enjoy helping people, and that's part of the reason I chose the profession I chose. Well, I want to be a spy, but we ain't on this podcast for that. So I wanted to help, like on a grander scale, like save the world type mentality, and that was it got out of balance.
Okay.
Because yes, you want to help people, but not to your own detriment. And I don't think that I had a good grasp of knowing when to stop.
Got it.
And that was my issue.
Okay. So knowing when to stop sounds like it's a form of helping yourself. Like knowing when to stop letting people borrow money, or knowing when to stop giving of my time, or knowing when to stop to nourish myself. Like it could be things like that. Like sounds like to me a form of being able to help yourself.
Yes.
Which probably would propel you to be able to continue to help other people, I would imagine.
Yes. It was all of that. I would not go to sleep and go help somebody. I'm serious. It was that bad. You think I was crazy. I wouldn't go to sleep. I wouldn't work out. I would not. I would say, okay, I'm going to go home. I got to be with such and such to help her. So I'm going to go home, snag 128 minutes of sleep, set my watch, wake up. It takes 15 minutes to get ready, run out. Like it was that bad. And I was sitting up here setting a timer to get like 4 hours of sleep. And it led into not helping myself in every single area of my life, literally. It started with just my time. Oh, I could do this, or I could do that. It bled over into mentally, emotionally, not dedicating time for my mental growth, not dedicating time for my spiritual growth, not dedicating time to my physical health. I mean, it bled over into other areas. Just that mentality of self-sacrificing. So it got wild.
Yeah. Somebody said in the comments boundaries, and I feel like this keeps coming up. Like as I talk to different guests throughout the season, boundaries has been this thing that comes up with a lot of these topics. And I think that's kind of part of the essence of too busy too, though. Like I don't have time or energy for this stuff anymore is being able to establish some kind of boundary.
And that's difficult.
Ain't it?
It was difficult for me. I don't know about anybody else or anybody else in the chat, honey, but it was difficult for me because I didn't want to disappoint people. And I
Yeah.
really don't like disappointing people. I really don't. A
Okay.
lot of people meet me and I have a very stoic exterior at times, and people would think that, oh, she doesn't care. It would drive me crazy if I could not be of assistance.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to disappoint people who really needed help. And it was hard for me to tell people no.
Yeah.
So it got wild.
What was the turning point for you or the catalyst to being able to start helping yourself?
Feeling like I weighed 862 pounds
Girl,
when I went up them stairs. This
not
is not, I
862.
have not been on this too busy journey very long. It's literally been very, very recent.
That's real.
It's been recent and I'm still dealing with it.
Yeah.
And um just I mean, I'm telling you, felt like Professor Clump going up them stairs. It got that bad.
Wow.
And I would go to work, and there's a flight of stairs to get up to like our offices. And so I would go up the flight of stairs. Down the hallway is a bathroom. I'd be like, all right, Erika, I'm gonna go up these stairs, go straight to the bathroom so I could sit on the toilet and catch my breath.
Listen, that's real.
I was so tired. And I mean, just everything. When it started really affecting my health,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, okay, Erika, this is crazy. Because a lot of other things you could brush off. I could brush off, oh, I'm tired. Well, everybody's tired. Get up. Okay. I'm not eating right. You don't really feel the effects of those things until it becomes something very serious. And so, excuse me, I don't know what that was, but that's when it got real.
Got it.
So,
okay,
that's what it was.
So you're new in this journey of too busy and helping yourself. How are you reconciling this then? Like, because I would imagine there's the tension there of like, I'm gonna disappoint somebody, or they're gonna be mad at me, or like I really want to show up for them. I think that tension and that rub is real.
It's very,
as a
very
helper, like, I mean, I'm in a helping profession, so I feel like that's why you and I also connected, because I was like, oh, Erika is like a helper. Like, yes, she speaks my language.
Yeah, it's okay. I started with my circle first.
Okay.
And this started happening maybe about years ago. I mean, years ago, maybe over a decade. So it started really with my close circle. My family is where it started. Me telling my family, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be here. I'm not going to come home. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And that was a real struggle for me.
Okay.
Over the years, it got better, but I found myself having that issue with strangers. If people, not necessarily strangers, but people who really didn't have a connection to me.
Yeah.
People at work, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Or anybody, oh, I need help moving. Just whatever the case may be.
I'm too old to help people move. I've decided.
Child. Okay, my niece had to move into college, and I told my sister, I shall not.
Yes.
I was like, look, I am moral support, but this
for real.
I can't. Okay, I can't do it. I didn't even want to move into my own house. When I moved into this house, okay, I told my husband, I said, we need to find them Kardashian movers. The kind of movers that pack up everything and then you just show up at the new house and everything is already there.
Yes.
I don't want to move and I don't care how much it costs. I will go sell toe picks. I don't care.
Girl,
I am not going to be moving. Like that's how serious it was. I was like, I am not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. And so it started with my family. Okay. And then but it had to I really had an issue with work. I would work a whole lot. We need help with this, we need help with that, we need help with this. And I would overload my schedule. And that's been the real struggle for me, being in the service industry and trying to help everybody is very feel like carpet burn.
Yeah.
I
can see that.
Burn. Yeah,
for sure. Well, and I think one of the things for people that work in a helping profession, that's the essence of your job. So it seems almost like disrespectful or wrong to not be doing that, even outside of work, because people that are in a helping profession are in a helping profession because they naturally have that desire to help. They have that gift to help. You don't have to think deeply. You walk into a space and you like, what you need help with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to, I could go to a party tomorrow and it not be my party. And I could literally walk in the door and be like, what you need help with? What you want? How can I serve you? Like, it's just in me. I don't even have to think about that. And so I think it does require more work to actually pause and think about helping yourself.
Yes.
Think about your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, your financial, your relational well-being, like all of those areas, because you can just get in that go, 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 go. And then your body shut down and be like, we're done.
Yep. And you huffing and puffing up them 18 stairs because I counted them.
No, ma'am.
I counted them. And I was like, it got to be more stairs than this. It got to be more stairs. It wasn't
18.
It was 18.
I love it. So, okay. I want to ask a little bit because we talked about this. So we have a few minutes left. Have you seen this as you engage with like other people in your life? Because and you don't have to tell us their names because we ain't trying to like put people's business in the streets.
Right. I'm gonna put them in the streets.
But have you seen this like not helping themselves for other people, maybe in your life and friendships or relationships that you have?
It's been mostly relationships.
Okay.
People in my circle putting other people before themselves in any which way or form. And just feeling like they have to deal with it. And not putting themselves first in that aspect. It's been a lot of relationship issues on my end of the phone line. Okay. On my end of the phone line.
Right.
With my free minutes. That's what it's been. And that's what it's been. A lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, just it's saddening. It's saddening for me because I have issues with the people at work. I've never really had an issue with relationships. I mean, I cut people off like that, and don't call me.
Okay.
But so it's saddening to hear that my circle and people that I know, people that I work with, are dealing with these type of issues when it comes to relationships. Yeah.
What advice would you give them, or suggestions, or maybe things that you even said to folks from your end of the phone to like really encourage them to not feel like they have to deal with certain kinds of things? Because I think that's a tough place that a lot of people find themselves in. And I can see the connection back to this being a way to help yourself, like recognizing that you don't have to deal with, put up, settle, cope, whatever word, people want to use with whatever these things are that are happening, like relationally.
I'm not sugarcoat person.
Come on,
You
give it to
know,
us. Yes, we're here for it.
and I told one person in particular that it's if somebody presents something to you, right, and you put it's on this plate, and you
Okay.
putting your food on this plate, like you gonna get Thanksgiving dinner, okay? You putting all
Okay.
your food on that plate. You got macaroni, cheese, candy yams, a
Yes.
little bit of turkey, because turkey ain't all that. I
Ain't.
said it.
Ain't.
You got your dressing, cranberry sauce, whatever you want to do, and then you sprinkle maggots on it, okay? You wouldn't eat that. Okay.
No,
A lot
never.
of times people deal with certain things in relationships because they're like, oh, all of this stuff is good, right?
Mm.
But they ignore the other things on the plate that is actually toxic or harmful.
Yes.
And then you'll end up putting yourself in a harmful position. You're not helping yourself in that situation. You're actually helping the other person.
Mm.
Okay. Um, and even if you took the maggots off, the plate's still contaminated. So
Yes.
you have to be very careful in relationships about who you ingest from,
Mm.
because it can cause damage to your mental, spiritual, emotional, physical health,
Yeah.
and you'll start thinking why you sick,
Mm.
and you don't know why you sick, but it's because you've been ingesting these impurities. And you can't, no matter how good the plate is, it's not good no more. You put maggots on it. Okay,
Yeah.
you're not going to eat that, but we do eat that. We eat it spiritually, we eat it mentally, we eat it physically.
Mm.
Okay, we eat it emotionally, and we like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
but the rest of the stuff is good, but it's not good. Okay,
Yeah.
now we ain't talking about lima beans, how some things you don't like that may be still good for you,
Yeah.
but we're talking about something toxic that can actually harm you and uh, cause you to do more harm to yourself than good.
You done said a whole word, ma'am. Do you hear me? I'm making that into a reel.
A
It's
real
yes, it's gonna be online in a couple days.
in a
That is
couple
a
of
whole
days.
word though, seriously. Like I'm not eating a plate with maggots on it.
You're not,
That's
but you deal
disgusting.
with BS from men or whomever else
Dude.
you talking to, just because they got money or they fine or they tall or they dark or they light skinned. If you like them light skinned, laid across the floor with their eyebrows arched or something, whatever you like, you know. But he's unavailable. He's emotionally disconnected. He needs therapy. I mean, just
Mm,
there's all kind of things that he's not a friend.
mm, mm-hmm.
Okay, so all of these things can be maggots, and then you're just getting sicker and sicker dealing with this person, thinking that you're eating something good, but you're really not.
Mm-hmm. I wanna before we go to my closing question, I
Mhm.
wanna say to the people that may be watching this live or watching the replay to really consider this analogy that Erika has just so beautifully laid out for us. Seriously, because we're talking about it in relationships right now, specifically maybe a romantic type relationship. Yet, I think we could see this be true in a lot of areas. Like, we can use this maggot analogy with finances, with our mental and emotional health and well being, with our spiritual health and well being, with our physical health and well being. Like, because again, we're talking about not helping ourselves in lots of areas. That specific example was relational.
Mhm.
And I want to challenge all of us, myself included, to consider like, how might I be accepting or choosing to be okay with or picking around maggots on a plate that might be right. It just sounds gross. Like when you said it, I was like, uh, but seriously, like really slowing down to challenge ourselves and seeing how might I be able to help myself, care well for myself, prioritize myself so that I can show up in the way that I want to, so that I can show up in my relationship, so that I can be financially stable in the way that I want to, so that I can be emotionally healthy and well, so that I can be the best wife, brother, sister, daddy, uncle, teacher, educator that I want to be. Like, for real. That's a good word. I appreciate you for that.
No problem. Anytime.
Oh, somebody said the light skin hate continues.
Baby, I'm team dark skin all the way, honey. Check
It's
my
not hate.
Instagram. Okay?
It ain't hate.
It's no hate. It's just hate.
Okay, so every guest that I have, I ask them this question. So I'm going to ask you as well.
Yeah.
What is something you used to be too busy for that you have decided, you know what, I now have time or energy for this thing, or I am available for this thing now?
My physical health. That my physical health has been put on the back burner.
Yeah.
So yes.
That's a good one.
Been there.
I'm right in there with you. I be trying to go to the gym. My goal is a minimum of 3 days a week.
Oh.
To move my body. It don't have to be in the gym. It could be cleaning up my house because my heart rate gets up while I'm doing that. I just need to move my body at least 3 days a week. And so I'm with you. I'm going to be texting you now that I know that.
Yes.
Okay, so tell the people, where can they find you on social media? How can they follow you? Where can they find out about these children's books when they gonna drop? You know, like, tell them.
Basically Instagram, it's Erika Melissa Brown. It's at Erika Melissa Brown, Erika. Don't put no C in my name. And then Erika Brown on Facebook. What else I have? I have a TikTok, but I really don't use it that much unless I'm posting something silly. But that's it. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
Erika Melissa Brown.
That's what just cute how you did that, Blue. That's what's up. Yeah.
So follow her, Erika Melissa Brown, on Instagram. Y'all might go. I would recommend you scroll back, catch some of them hip hop opera videos that she has done. They are everything. It will be a blessing. I might even link one in the comments. Well, Erika, thank you so much for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate it. This has been incredible. Thank y'all for tuning in. Those of you that have been watching live, those of you that watch the replay. And until next time, I will see y'all at the next Too Busy. Peace.
Deuces.